now your 19 First Alert forecast.
Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. Let's take a look outside, first of all, because, well, things are about to change quite a bit over the next few hours. What started as rain around noon is starting to flip over to snowflakes. We can see, I believe, in that bottom left corner, those are already flakes. I believe that's our camera. I'll have to get Andy Chillian in to tell me exactly where that one is out of. We're going to welcome in 19 First Alert meteorologist Andy Chillian. Andy, we're already starting to see some flakes. That camera, the one that's got the dog in the upper right corner.
Yeah, I think that's New Philadelphia, Dan. I think that's actually going to still be rain, just based on what we're seeing. I know it looks like flakes on the camera, but it's been raining down there for a better part of the morning, so we're still warm enough there to prevent flakes, but it's coming. That'll be one of our last areas to change over, most of us seeing the rain as of right now.
Well, walk us through. What are we looking at? Everybody wants to know how much snow and who's getting the most.
Yeah, so overall, this system has slowed down a little bit. So I know yesterday, we were talking about the fact that we could see snow by now. The system has slowed down, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be any less impactful. In fact, it has the potential now to be more impactful. The slower speed has allowed things to really be more energetic and stronger. So I want to show you this update on our winter weather alert map. Yesterday we showed this to you. We just had a few counties in a weather advisory. Well, now things have really been upgraded. We have a lake effect snow warning in effect across a lot of counties right now. That's what you see in the darker green color. And then we have winter weather advisories surrounding that pretty much for everybody. So this means that we're looking at more snow than what we were originally expecting, even as early as yesterday, because things are going to fall in heavier bursts. And despite the fact it's considered a lake effect snow warning, this is going to be a system snow first, followed by the lake effect. So in general, it's really a two-parter here. So let's talk about what's happening right now. We're still seeing temperatures upper 30s to near 40. So you're not going to get anything impactful with that. But the front is arriving. This particular Sandusky meter is 39, but over in Port Clinton, we've had one that's saying it's now down to around 30. So that's where the snow is currently falling. And I want to take you to the First Alert Doppler to show you what's going on. We're zoomed into Cleveland. You can see it's snowing over the lake right now. That rain snow line is right over Lake Erie. Still rain, though, for a lot of us on shore. We've got some snow beginning to fall over Sandusky to Norwalk. You may be starting to see a few flakes. More in the way of snow over Toledo, and really you can see back over to Fort Wayne. That's the main batch of snow that's pivoting through. So there's a lot of dry air to be fighting through a lot of our region right now. In fact, we're not seeing any rain or anything falling. Elyria is pretty dry right now, just a few light raindrops in Mansfield. But all this is to say, still expecting the snow to happen. In a setup like this, what happens is the atmosphere likes to become saturated from the top down. So you start getting it raining in the clouds or snowing, and then eventually you get that colder air working down to the ground, and that can actually help the changeover occur. And it's all part of what can be pretty impressive with our atmosphere. A little science and physics for you there. So here we go with our First Alert Future View. And you can see this is a little bit ahead of schedule on the changeover, but I want you to remember that the idea is still the same. Once we get to about 3 and especially 4 o'clock, we're really going to start to see that switch over. Now, you do see temperatures will still be a bit above freezing during this time frame, but the snow has the potential to fall so heavily that it's going to overwhelm those warmer temperatures and it will start to stick. So I still do expect hazardous conditions for the evening commute, especially if you're not headed out until after 5 and especially towards 6 o'clock. That's when we're going to really start to fall below freezing. And you can see how long this snow is going to last. So it's not just a couple hours. We still have widespread snow through midnight. We get some lake enhancement. Eventually the lake effect will take over, and that's where any bands or squalls could really impact travel with reduced visibility and overall just some heavy snow rates. And so here's overnight. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning tomorrow. Still, even in Cuyahoga County, even west of Cleveland, we could see those bands. You notice down south, Mansfield, not as much to Dover, but a lot of us will still be in the lake effect for tomorrow morning's commute. So we want you to be aware of that as well. And then as we head through about midday, you can see things shifting more into the primary snow belt where we get that lake effect lingering. We know lake effect always lingers longer, so we'll say that it ends tomorrow evening. I wouldn't be surprised. Some areas may hold on to it until about midnight tomorrow. But in general, things should shut down for a brief time before we head into Friday morning, We've got another little system coming on Friday. This one looks to be lighter overall, but our idea and philosophy is to take this one little system at a time. So that's what we're going to be seeing here within the next couple hours. Things should begin to switch over to snow. Snow can fall heavily at times. It's going to be a wind-driven snow, very blustery wind out of the northwest, over 20 miles per hour, and snow showers will continue overnight. So, of course, the question is, how much are we going to see? So here's the latest snow map. I showed this at 11 a.m. and noon. Yes, these totals have been increased from what I showed you yesterday because the system does look to be stronger. This also only takes us through late Thursday. Yes, there's going to be more snow coming Friday into the weekend, but we're taking this one at a time. So from now through late Thursday, this includes the system snow from this afternoon and evening and the lake effect that's to follow. And a reminder, when we show you snow maps like this, totals can vary in your location because you may get caught under one of those bands and squalls, and there may be locally higher amounts. But in general, there's going to be that dollop there, eastern Cuyahoga, higher elevation to Geauga, where we get the most snow usually, and that's where totals could exceed 6 inches. 4 to 6 for a lot of the primary snow belt and even the secondary snow belt. We always get that snow. That lake effect likes to develop areas like Strongsville down towards Brunswick, Medina, so that could be a hot spot for us there. May also see a hot spot over towards parts of Huron County, down to southern Lorraine, parts of western Medina as well. It all depends on where those bands can set up, and so that's why totals can vary widely over short distances. Totals have been increased further south as well. This would be mainly the system snow, but down from Canton to Dover, about 2 to 3 inches. Even Millersburg, we're sort of right on that line, so a couple inches there. And certainly if you're traveling into Pennsylvania, that's where we could see totals exceeding a foot in some spots if you're traveling on the interstate. So bottom line is potentially and likely, I should say, impactful snow is coming as we do head over the next 12 to 24 hours. And we certainly want you to be safe out there, which is why we designated it as 19 First Alert Weather Days, Dan. And of course, more to come. We'll have the 7-day coming up as well.
Yeah, boy, when we see a foot or more out there towards Pennsylvania, and if, yeah, as you said, anybody that has to travel in the morning has to go east, you may want to reconsider that or find another route. We're going to take a quick break and see if this is our only shot of snow over the next 7 days. We'll be right back. And we're back, and Andy's going to walk us through the next 7 days. Of course, First Alert Weather Days. That's why Thursday is that glowing red. The good news is that at least for now, the weather team isn't designating any other days, but obviously, Andy, that could change.
Yeah, so overall, you know, we're tracking the snow tomorrow. It's going to be real cold, too, 18. It's going to feel like the single digits all day, so very cold there. We've got another round of snow on Friday. I'm seeing lighter accumulations with this, an inch, maybe up to a couple inches in spots. So we don't have a 19 First Alert Weather Day on that for now. We sort of make a joke in the weather office. If we alert every single day, you might as well alert everything from now to like May. So when we issue alerts this time of year, we're trying to pinpoint what is most impactful. Yes, an inch or two of snow can be impactful, especially if it, you know, with roads and it's below freezing, but we're trying to highlight the most impactful days here, which is why tomorrow, definitely tonight through tomorrow, really fits that bill. More snow coming on Saturday. Sunday, we look to see a break in the snow, but then we've got that Arctic air moving in. So 19 on Sunday. You see the morning's going to start real cold, and I really would expect away from the lakeshore, we will likely get into the single digits starting Sunday morning and likely through Wednesday as well. So after, you know, today, we've got the system tomorrow, another system Saturday. We get a break Sunday. Monday's snow looks to be more lake effect driven now. Originally, it was looking like a system. Now it looks to be just more lake effect. And then Tuesday, a break, very cold, we're only in the teens. And then Wednesday, another round of snow is possible. So that's why we say we need to take this one day at a time. This is a typical Cleveland winter. I know there's nothing out of the ordinary. One thing I will say is we're not looking at any major, like 1 to 2 foot systems or anything like that. Obviously, some areas in the next 24 hours could pile up several inches, but no major systems. But when you start stacking this on top of each other and really don't get any melting in between, that's when we could have several inches, if not even up to a foot or more of snow on the ground in some of those snow belt locations through Monday and especially middle of next week. So winter is coming back with a vengeance. We've been in this pattern before. We started it all the way back towards Thanksgiving, and in early December, really a lot of December was snowy and cold. We saw a little bit more snow to start the new year, and now we're getting back into that pattern, which looks to last at least through the middle of next week, Dan.
As you said, it is winter in Northeast Ohio. It's what we should expect. 19 First Alert meteorologist Andy Chillian. We know you're busy. We'll see you at 3 o'clock.
All right, sounds good, Dan.
All right,
Thanks.
take care. We just wanted to give you an idea of what we're facing over the next few hours and through the night. For the 5, 6 o'clock drive home could be a little bit nasty, so make sure you maybe get out of work if you can a little early. Take the easy route home and let some people in your life, anybody you know that's going to be out around that time, let them know to look for some adverse conditions. As our weather team always says, the next forecast is the most accurate forecast, so make sure you tune in to 19 News at 3 o'clock when we have 3.5 hours of First Alert weather and all of today's news. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Hope you have a great afternoon. Be safe out there.